On Thursday's live daily news, Thursday is today, a crosswalk sign melted in front of our eyes, right in front of the historic Cactus Hotel. But it didn't burn down the canvas awnings. We give you a breakdown of the best thing to do on Valentine's Day, and you will not want to miss our news segment. We call it the biggest story of the day. Plus, Tina Roland of the San Angelo Republican Women gets you pumped up about their upcoming meeting on Monday. All of this plus Cover One Hoops. I'm Joe Hyde, and this is Live. We start the show today with a curious fire situation in front of the Cactus Hotel. This morning at around 10:30, San Angelo Police and Fire Department had an unusual call of a crosswalk sign on fire at the intersection of East Tewig and South Oaks, right in front of the infamous Cactus Hotel. On scene, one of the signs had melted, but could have caught one of those fabric awnings on fire as it was just feet away. The fire was out before we got there, but the fire marshal did show up to investigate what started the blaze. No one was injured, but the crosswalk sign is toast. The fire was likely caused by an electrical shortage inside that crosswalk sign box. What probably happened, because if you haven't noticed, the freeze is over and the ice is thawed and water may have shorted the crosswalk sign. Anyway, looking at the weather for the weekend, it's likely that it will not only stay that way, but it will get better. Over the weekend, expect highs to get back into the mid to upper 50s, and by Sunday, back into the high 60s. There will still be a slight freeze on Friday night, but nothing too crazy, and we're already used to that already. Friday's freeze, thankfully, will not have any precipitation and will only be a low of 30. We're hoping that this was our big freeze for the year, especially with it being February. But speaking of February, fellas, if you're like me, you'll likely forget that Valentine's Day is on February 14th. So I'm telling you right now, you better plan your date right this minute. In fact, to save you time, our own Matt Trammell broke down the perfect date guide for San Angelo. It starts with a 5-course meal from the Angry Cactus. With dinner, you'll get a choice of Texas-raised antelope, grilled mahi-mahi, or seared duck. After dinner, take her to the city limits and listen to Jack Webb Band. Promise you guys, this is the perfect way to win some points. For more info, check out the full itinerary from Matt Trammell on sanangelolive.com today. But what if you're single and all alone this Valentine's? Don't worry, Trammell has you fixed up too, because we got Bluebell ice cream just released. The Bluebell just released a new flavor just in time to ease the loneliness you would otherwise feel this Valentine's Day. It was announced this morning that Bluebell ice cream has a couple of new flavors in the stores right now. In honor of National Breakfast Day, there's a day for everything, isn't it? Bluebell released an all-new I Heart cereal flavor. I Heart cereal is a fruity cereal with confetti sprinkles and coated fruity cereal pieces. Also being released today is the Tin Roof flavor, which is a vanilla ice cream with rich milk chocolate and a sundae sauce, roasted peanuts, and it's all dipped in a darker chocolate. So hey, even if you don't have a Valentine's date, at least you got a tub of ice cream. And finally, the biggest story in town today has to be what's going on at the Coliseum. We'll get to that in a second, but first, Friday night, San Angelo's favorite local band named West Texas Funk returns to the Penny Bar and Grill, and should you go, you are in for a fantastic show. It's a large contemporary hits band with a full sound. DJ NRG Live opens, and all night there will be drink specials while the kitchen will be open till midnight. Call the Penny or ping them on Facebook right now for table reservations. West Texas Funk at the Penny Bar and Grill on Friday night. It'll be in your neighborhood at 2412 College Hills. And now, here is Matt Trammell with the biggest story of the day.
If you drove out to the Coliseum today, then you probably noticed the line of trucks and trailers. This could only mean one thing. Stock show season is here. Currently, the Spur Arena is being filled with trailers, farm equipment, barbecue grills, and even home patio furniture. The Ag Mechanics Show always kicks off the stock show season, and the judging will begin tomorrow. This event will kick off a month's worth of livestock and other agricultural shows. We will be out there daily to watch everything from pig shows to the llama show, so stay tuned on to San Angelo Live for everything. Today kicks off the 2023 San Angelo Stock Show and Rodeo, and for that, it is the biggest story of the day. And now, here is Ryan Chadwick with sports.
You've been asking for discounts, and I've been asking the factory for vehicles. Well, it's all lining up. We are offering big discounts, and our lots are filling up with inventory. It's a great time to be looking for a new car or truck. We have up to $9,500 in total savings. You can only get deals like this at Jim Bass Ford, at the corner of Houston Hart and Arden Road, or 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
It's National Signing Day for college football, and we have some notable signees throughout West Texas that signed with Angelo State. Most notably, we have 2 Central Bobcats that will sign their official papers with the Rams next Wednesday at Central's Fieldhouse at San Angelo Stadium. Tyler Hill, quarterback for the Bobcats this past season, will continue his football career at the next level with Angelo State's head coach Jeff Gersh. Hill threw for over 2,300 yards and 22 touchdowns with the Bobcats last season and added over 1,200 yards and 20 touchdowns on the ground. Chase Miller, kicker for the Bobcats, also will sign his official papers with Angelo State next week. Miller converted 51 out of 53 point-after attempts this season and added 7 field goals on 8 attempts. Miller's 96% on PATs and 88% on field goals are exceptional at the high school level. Other notable signees with ASU for next football season are fellow defensive backs Kwame Collins and Jason Henley from Abilene High, Trevor Wynn, wide receiver from Shallowater, and Aaron Duran, offensive lineman from Stanford High School. In other sports news, several of the makeup games for the canceled high school basketball matchups from Tuesday will be played today. San Angelo Central hosts Middle Legacy with the Lady Cats starting at 4:30. Wall traveled to Ballinger this afternoon to play the Bearcats, and finally, the Lakeview Chiefs traveled to Lubbock earlier today to play Lubbock Estacado. Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 4 p.m. for our Cover One Hoop Show. We will have an exclusive interview with Wall's head basketball coach Travis Dawson, results from Thursday's makeup games, and a preview and our predictions for this weekend's matchups.
So we were on vacation, family vacation, having a good time, and we get the call.
I mean, it was a river. It was a river in our house. That's the big thing, is we kept wondering, how bad is it?
It was devastating. I was like numb. It's like, how are we going to handle all this? What are we going to do?
And welcome back to the show. Joining me today from the San Angelo Republican Women is Tina Roland. Tina, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It's been cold the last couple of days, so
Yes.
we're glad that you made it to the studio with us.
Yes, I'm glad I did too. And I've got Republican women that have headed to Austin and went through the weather, and they are there now. So safely, that's the good thing, safely.
And the Texas Federation of Republican Women is in Austin, and the
Yes.
San Angelo Republican Women is well represented there. They do this every legislative session.
Yes.
And the purpose is to let legislators know what your priorities are.
Yes. And we meet every Monday, the first
Okay.
Monday of the month, at the San Angelo Veterans of Foreign Wars at 125 South Browning, and at 6 o'clock. And we are very, very happy that we are a growing group, and it's working well.
And that meeting is coming up on Monday.
Yes.
And this time it's going to be our brand new county judge, Lane Carter.
Yes.
And Lane has, I know he's been to judge school. I've talked to him, and he's getting his feet wet, and he's getting his bearings in the job. So that should be a pretty interesting talk on Monday.
We're anxious to have him. We really are. And we want to invite everybody out that any women, including your husbands, your ex-boyfriends, it doesn't matter. Anyone and everyone is welcome. And it's always an interesting meeting. We have door prizes. We have meals. We have It's been wonderful, and we are boots on the ground red. We are here to educate, and we want to bring in everyone that we possibly can. And, like we were talking about, 2024 is not that far away.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. There's an election cycle that a year from March is another election.
It is.
So being an active group and as y'all are, it never really stops.
No.
There's not really a cycle to it.
No, it doesn't. And, like I said, every meeting is something new with another speaker with it. And it's so much information that we normally would not get. And it's just, it's a wonderful group. We are all red, and we will stay red, heavy red. And we just want everybody to come out and get what they can from. All of our speakers are from all walks of life, and there's so much that we don't know when we're talking about the border, when we're talking about schools, there's just so much information and such a good group of women. So we want y'all to come on out.
And it's always free, and it's always at the VFW Hall at
Yes.
6 o'clock on that first Monday?
First Monday of every month, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And we have different things. We'll have ice cream socials, throughout the month, different things to bring everyone together. But I'm very proud of it. I've been with it for 4 years now, and it is just growing. And now's the time we do need to pull together. Now's the time we need to stay red. Now's the time we need to get out there and do all that we can to continue this growth, because we are Texas, and we want to keep it that way.
Very good. Very good. Well, Tina, thanks for coming. That's about all the time we have. And again, the San Angelo Republican Women, Monday night, 6 o'clock at the VFW Hall over on Browning Street.
Yes.
And County Judge Lane Carter will be the speaker. And we'll be right back after this.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Kano stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Kano's at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
This has been the live daily news, and if you haven't figured it out by now, it's a very free-form kind of live broadcast we do online at sanangelolive.com, broadcasted on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter simultaneously, plus on our website. So we can pretty much do anything we want to on this show, even tell a joke. So I got a joke for you, and if you actually stay to the end to hear the joke, I'd like for you to see if you comment or send us an email or something, say if you like it. Now, if you remember, I was with Chris Farley's brother. We interviewed him, 6 weeks ago. And he was giving me some tips on how to do better dad jokes. So I got a dad joke for you. 3 strings walk into the bar, and they go and sit down in one of the booths in the bar. And no one came by to give them any service or anything. So one of the strings got up from the table and went over to the bar and talked to the bartender and said, "Bartender, I'll have 3 beers, please." And the bartender looked at the string and says, "We don't serve strings here." So dejected, the string put his head down and walked back over to the table, told the other 2 strings, "Hey, the bartender says they don't serve strings here." So the string number 2 says, "Well, I'll fix that." So string number 2 goes up to the bar, talks to the bartender, says, "I'll have 3 beers, please." And the bartender looks at the second string and says, "Dude, I just told your other friend that I don't serve strings here." So dejected, the second string walks back to the booth, sits down, and says, "Well, he wouldn't serve me either." The third string says, "I got an idea. Here, fray one of the ends of my string here. Just fray my head and then tie me in a knot." So tied up in a knot with a frayed head, the third string walks up to the bartender and says, "I'll have 3 beers, please." And the bartender very quickly gives him 3 beers. And then the bartender looks at the guy again, says, "Hey, you're not one of those strings, are you?" He goes, "No, I'm afraid not." Anyway, I don't know if anyone stayed long enough to hear that joke, but if you did, consider yourself lucky. I'll have more dad jokes like next week if I do this. But anyway, this has been San Angelo Live Daily News. Thank you for watching.